Master goal setting, the art of reaching your full potential. Has it ever felt like you set goals over and over again, but never quite reached them? If there was a way to finally get from where you are now to where you want to be, that would be great. Have you ever thought that understanding setting goals could help you reach your full potential in every area of your life? Many of my customers like the process of discovering their interests and even fantasizing about what they want their lives to be like in the future. Those are the exciting parts. In the process of goal setting, they find themselves either bored or trapped. In a short amount of time, their enthusiasm wanes, and they either tell me that they are aware of what to do or that they do not like to prepare so far in advance. They will argue that working toward a goal is unnecessary or a waste of time. How on earth are you going to keep on track if you don't have any obvious goals to work toward? In the event that you are unsure of the next step to take, what strategies will you employ to maintain your motivation to proceed? How are you going to prevent yourself from getting overwhelmed or distracted if you do not know how to break down a particularly large goal into more manageable steps? Setting goals appears to be a rather straightforward endeavor. It is a common misconception that people can just do it in their brains. All the time, I hear people say things like, "I am aware of what my objectives are. There is no need for me to get the steps written down." The fact that they do not fully comprehend how important it is to write down the stages is something that they know. The first benefit is that it lessens the mental burden of having to recall what actions to take. As a result of offloading each step to a schedule or planner, you no longer have to remember each step. As a result, your brain is now free to concentrate on the things that are really important, such as learning, producing, and interacting with other people. When you write down your goals, you significantly increase the likelihood that you will really achieve them. There is a greater likelihood that our brains will encode written information into memory. When you write your goals down on paper, you become more conscious of what you are working toward, which in turn enables you to make decisions that bring you closer to achieving your goals. Murphy, 2018. The act of writing down our objectives, in other words, assists in directing and molding our actions. Imagine a massive. Before you can get down to the specifics of your daily objectives, you need to consider on a far larger scale. And by big, I mean it. You need to have a clear understanding of the reason you are here on Earth. There are two ways in which having a life purpose might benefit you. It strengthens your determination, and it provides you with a path to follow in order to achieve your objectives. In situations where you are aware of the broader purpose behind performing tedious tasks, you are more inclined to exert effort and persevere through the process. In the event that you are able to link a modest daily goal or task all the way back to your life purpose, you are going to desire to make some effort to accomplish it. If you are aware of the reason you are here on Earth, you will be in a better position to formulate your objectives. Your life purpose is the broad concept of what it is that you plan to do, and the smaller goals that you have set for yourself are all of the actions that you need to take in order to get there. Take, for example, that you have made the decision that your life's aim is to achieve financial independence. Now, think out loud. Huge objectives provide as the impetus for taking action. Huge objectives are those that we set for ourselves 5 years from now that will get us closer to achieving our life purpose. These goals are set in the context of our life purpose. It's likely that these enormous objectives will appear to be insurmountable, and that's kind of the purpose. It is not necessary for them to be actual. Rather, we want them to be dreams. It's the fun part of goal setting to think big and ambitious. The ability to think enormously brings us closer to our aspirations and enables us to visualize a life that is brimming with opportunities. Whatever it is that you desire for your life, you have the ability to recognize it and put it into words. If the objective of your life is to achieve financial independence, some of the most important goals you may have for yourself are to be able to travel the world, to be able to work from home, and to have friends on every continent. Take a look around. The best way for me to gain a clear direction is to take one massive objective at a time and break it down into smaller goals, starting with one for each year. An annual objective that you set for yourself is to locate a job that does not require you to work in an office setting. This is because one of your major ambitions is to be able to work from home. The definition of your enormous goal is provided by your annual goal, which may even be linked all the way back to your life aim, which is to achieve financial independence. After that, we take our annual objectives and divide them into quarterly, monthly, and weekly objectives, with each successive goal becoming more specific than the one before it. In the final section of our goal sheet, we have a to-do list, which is a list of daily tasks that we may cross off as we do them. The beauty of it is that we can look at our daily to-do list and follow it all the way back up the goal sheet to see how it will assist us in achieving the most important thing that we want for our lives. Identify the disadvantages. A strategy for overcoming obstacles is an essential component of any effective goal sheet. We don't want to make the assumption that everything will go easily. If we do, we don't want to end up becoming frustrated when things don't go as planned, and we'll be more likely to give up. On the other hand, you should make an effort to foresee what might go wrong along the route and make a decision in advance about how you will handle such problems. However, we do not intend to do this for the purpose of our lives or for our enormous goals. Rather, we want to anticipate challenges for the stages that are more imminent, such as our monthly and weekly objectives. For the person who has set a goal for themselves to find a remote job on an annual basis, they may set a monthly goal to increase the number of contacts they have on LinkedIn, and a weekly goal to comment on a post made by a prominent figure in their chosen sector. Because they are aware that they have a lot going on right now, it is possible that they consider time to be a barrier to achieving each of their goals. In spite of the fact that they have a packed agenda, they will have a better chance of achieving their objectives if they devise a strategy that will facilitate the most efficient management of their time and the organization of their schedule for the upcoming weeks. Maintain a flexible mindset. An effective goal sheet is a document that can be used. Because of this, we are able to make adjustments as we go along. The fact that life is going to happen means that we could have to move one of our to-do items to the following day, or postpone a monthly goal to a quarterly goal. Both of these potential outcomes are possible. All of this is to be anticipated. It will make us feel like failures if we are inflexible in the way that we set our goals. On some days, we are going to be so weary that we are unable to function properly. We might catch the illness, our pet might sustain an injury, or a member of our family might be going through a challenging period and want our attention. This cannot be avoided. However, it is imperative that we have the capability to make the required modifications and get back on track.